Salutations, viewers. My name is GameDame, and welcome back to another one of GameDame Reacts, where we have yet another developer update overview about Skate. I don't know why it's in fucking 380p. But the last one we saw, it was just like an update as to that they're still working on their game, but it looks like they want to give us more additional info. So without further ado, let's go ahead and watch the official developer update overview for Skate.
We're here. We made it. I made it. I cannot believe
it.
Welcome to something that we like to call the boardroom. I'm Cuz Perry, one of the creative directors on the game, and I've been here since forever. I'm so stoked to be here and finally be able to share some exciting updates and information.
Awesome. I'm excited to hear those exciting updates.
We can share a little bit more, and we've got some great people to help us. We're going to talk a little about how we got here, where we're going with the vision, and then talk a little bit more about the details. And then switch gears to talk about how you can get involved, yes you, and play the game eventually coming up quick. Yeah, that's a lot to cover, so let's jump right in.
That is a lot to cover, but a lot of good stuff.
I'm going to ask them to introduce themselves, what they do, and also why they're stoked to be here. Isabel, Dan, Brandon, who are you? Because I don't know, obviously, because I said Dan and Isabel. And tell us what you do on Skate and what your favorite thing about working on Skate is.
Hi everyone, my name is Isabelle Mocard, Head of Product Management.
Ooh.
My favorite thing about working on Skate is helping build a completely new experience within an established and beloved franchise. It's super exciting.
And working with me, right?
Of course.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
She's like, yeah, I guess I'll say that.
I'm the general manager of Full Circle. I'm just really pumped to be here. We got a lot of awesome stuff to cover.
What's up, guys? I'm Brandon, stream on Twitch. Big fan of the Skate series. Skate 3 is my favorite game of all time, and I'm here to maybe
Of course, he put his little Twitch plug in there.
We're gonna get the screws from the Avalanche. All right, let's see it. We launched Skate 3 over 12 years ago, and what a surreal journey it's been. We had to do some waiting, but finally the time came. You guys, were so positive about it, and EA eventually said, give us a pitch. A pitch was put together, it was greenlit, and then things have been just coming fast and furious since then. And what we're talking about
yeah, that's what we like to hear.
Of Skate, the Skate franchise, but also one that reflects where skateboarding and gaming is in the real world. The best part about it, for all you fans that are expecting Skate, Skate is at the core, the essence of what it is. It still feels like Skate. It's got all the fun. The toys there.
That's good. It's still probably going to feel like a Skate game, because sometimes they always delve away from that.
Slams, the fun with physics, all the stuff that made first Skates fun, and we want.
That's hilarious.
So we have a lot of new features that are going to get a lot of new people stoked on it. And okay, this is the big news. Drum roll. Where is it going to take place? San Vansterdam. That's right, San Vansterdam. It's a whole new city. But I like to kind of think of it as a sister city to our old beloved San Vanalona. Okay, I've been fire hosing you a bit, so it's time to kick it on over to Dan and tell us about Full Circle, our studio making.
Yeah, let's hear about it, Dan. Let's go.
Oh, hey, Dan.
Appreciate it. Yeah, like Cuz said, things definitely moved fast after we were greenlit for this project, and it didn't take long before Full Circle was formed and Skate was in full swing, so we're pretty pumped.
Sounds incredible. Can you tell us a little more about it?
Yeah, Full Circle is a little bit different than
Do you think they rehearsed this?
We were born during the pandemic, right? So
I want to know if they rehearsed this.
Mostly remote with people all over North America, in Vancouver, in Montreal, Seattle, Orlando, LA, all over the place, and really coming together to build this awesome product. The cool thing is that we have a lot of people from the original Skate team, like Cuz and others, and we have a whole
original
new
Skate team.
generation
That's
of people
awesome.
That are, bringing fresh new ideas and perspectives to the franchise. And our mission is to create an authentic evolution of the Skate franchise that can be enjoyed by all players for years to come. To do that, we're embracing and building on everything our community found special about the previous games and is giving us feedback on day to day.
So, Skate 4.
Nope. Okay, throw the bottles and everything at me now. No, it's not Skate 4.
It's not Skate 4.
This isn't a sequel.
Okay.
It's not a remake. It's not a reboot, a prequel. It's not any of that. It's not a remake, a remaster, whatever Re can do. This is it. It's Skate. We're in it for the long haul. That means we're not an iterative title. There won't be a Skate 5 through 10. We won't be pumping them out all the time. We're going to do this. We're going to listen to what you guys say over the course of time and put the features that you guys want into it.
That's
Okay,
actually
one more time
not
for the
bad.
people in the
I
back.
like that
It's
more
skate.
than them
It's
coming
not
out.
skateboard, just skate. Period. That's
I like
my
that
period.
more than them
That's
still
right.
releasing the same
We
game
have
over
the
and over
ambition
again. I think
to
that's a
keep
lot better
supporting
just to build
skate
upon
for
what you already
years to
have.
come. From the very inception of
And it
Skate,
saves people money
the
too.
development team knew we wanted to create something different. Our vision was not a game that you play through and beat, but something that you can regularly come back to and discover new things. Our dream is that Skate never ends. And in order to do that, we'll be actively supporting Skate with new gameplay elements and tweaks, new content releases and events, and lots of seasonal drops. The launch of Skate
I like
is
that.
really just the beginning of what we want to do with this
Sometimes
game.
games
I gotta
just don't
stop
need
you.
sequels or.
You said launch. When?
Tomorrow.
I gotta
I'll
stop
take this
you.
one. Maybe not tomorrow,
Oh.
but it might be a little cliche.
Tomorrow.
But, when it's ready. And we really mean
He
that,
wants it
right?
out.
The team's gonna talk more about our approach to development in a little bit. Like I said, we really wanted to get as much feedback from our players as possible. We want it to feel good, and when the experience is just right, that's when we'll officially launch it.
We wanted to remove as many barriers to entry as possible so that everyone can play together on day one, regardless of price or platform. So that's why the next Skate game would be a free-to-play title available to gamers around
Wow,
the world.
free to
Believe
play
it, making free-to-play helps
title.
us with that. Because I was talking
That's
with a few of you guys in the
awesome.
community, and everybody's like, "Oh, I didn't play Skate 1 or Skate 2," and we're like, "Why not? Couldn't afford it." Or he was on PlayStation, they were on Xbox, and I was like, okay. So we want the whole world to fall in love with what we love: skateboarding, the culture, and the game.
Having
Yeah, and
it
to build
be on
off of
all
that, we
platforms
really want
too.
folks to get the most value out of their playing experience as possible and be able to play on their favorite platforms the way that they like to play. And so Skate will be full cross-play and cross-progression
Oh,
across
that
last gen,
is
next gen,
nice.
PC.
Cross-play,
We'll take it even
cross-progression.
further, as
And that's a
we're
lot of
continuing
work to
down this
do.
road and do the same thing with mobile, right? We want cross-play and cross-progression on mobile. We're pretty early on mobile, but we want to get the controls and everything to feel great. And when that's ready, we'll bring it all together, and you'll be able to play on
Mobile would be
whatever
so
platform you
hard
want
because
with-
it's so
with your friends,
different
and
from the
that's gonna be
rest of
awesome. And that's kind of this,
how they would plan to go about
we
it.
called it our no barriers approach, and really opening up the city for everyone.
That's all great, but you guys probably know what I'm about to ask you. Will there be microtransactions in the game?
Yes. We knew that to support a never-ending, ever-evolving, free-to-play world of Skate, we'd have to look into different models for the game itself, which means that there will be microtransactions. And we know that this is a sensitive subject. That's why when we decided to explore this model, we made some hard ground rules to follow. The first one is that
Okay,
Skate
I'd
is
like to
not
hear.
pay to win.
That's
there
good.
Are no areas of gameplay
Not pay to win.
or the map that you have to pay to unlock. There won't be any loot boxes, and there's no gameplay altering advantages that you can pay for as well. And it doesn't mean that you
That's
get some
not bad,
watered-down
though.
Skate
That's
either.
not bad.
This is going to be an authentic, bigger than ever game for the fans.
All makes sense, but I have to say, still a little bit nervous.
Yeah, and I think that's understandable. You know, when we were looking at this model, we looked at versions of it out there that we liked and those we didn't. And we are still continuing to explore different options, but we are taking inspiration from games like Apex Legends or other popular titles that are free to play, where spending money is totally optional and it's mostly about cosmetics and convenience. And with
That is
such
what
model,
cosmetics and
we'll be able to
convenience.
keep the
That's what it
community
should be about,
united
not like what
between
they
the
said.
players who decide to
I'm
spend
glad they're
and
not
those
going the
who
route
don't.
where
And
you
that
don't have to
means that
unlock certain
those
areas just to
social
pay for it.
connections, those friendships made in game can flourish
That's
without
important.
splitting our audience.
Yeah, that was something that we didn't want to repeat from previous Skate games, right? Every time someone bought DLC, we were splitting that audience into smaller and smaller groups. So, now our players can unlock, can enjoy many hours of the game without spending any money, and they can unlock cosmetics like they did in the past. And I think that's going to be something that brings in a whole new set of players that can make friends and play together. We're excited about that.
I mean,
What we
it's a
believe
good
is that
option.
This free-to-play model will allow us to deliver the best game possible for years to come, from launch and years on. And we'll continue to be transparent with it in what we're planning to do and what we're going to ask for feedback and as we get closer to worldwide launch.
Perfect segue. Like I mentioned a couple times now, feedback is at the core of everything that we're doing at Full Circle, and we want to involve as many people and get that feedback integrated. We're gonna have people from the team that are gonna come and talk more about exactly how we're gonna go about doing that.
I'm now joined by 3 more developers who are working on the upcoming title. Who are you guys? What do you do with Skate? And what's your
Here we
favorite thing
go.
about working on Skate?
I want to hear that too.
Hi, I'm Andrea Gonçalves and I'm a designer on Skate. My favorite thing about this project is to be able to bring the diversity of the skateboarding community into St. Amsterdam and allow everyone to represent themselves in our world.
Hi, everyone.
That's what
I'm
we
Mike
need in a
McCartney. I'm
video
executive producer
game.
on Skate.
Representation and
I'm a veteran of
diversity.
the original series of Skate games, and coming back to work on this franchise that has such an amazingly passionate development team as well as an amazingly passionate community. It's such an honor. It just keeps me excited to work on this project every day.
And I'm Darren, creative director, partnering with Cuz, and like Mike, worked on the first 3 games, and yeah, I mean, what I'm excited that it exists. I'm excited that we're doing it.
As
it's
you
pretty
should
crazy.
be, and
It's
you're
been 12 years.
you're secure in your job. I get that too,
super
but
stoked
still,
to be here,
it's nice to
obviously.
probably be on a
You know,
project you've
before-
seen from
before we
start
move
to
forward, I
not
just wanted to
finish,
say,
but
like,
to
a quick
current.
Thank you to you, to the community, for like the last 12 years of playing and passion and posts and trolling our Instagram account, and like I've said, previously, you guys commented us into existence, and we wouldn't be here without you.
Hey, that's what we're here for.
That's
we love this title.
Yeah,
We love it.
Actually
We love to
kicked
see
this
it.
off, last year when we invited a select group of diehard Skate fans to play a super, super early version of the game and give us their thoughts about where we're heading. And I should say, for context, we've got a lot of work to do. Our community testing is happening in pre-alpha software, which is pretty unheard of in the industry. We spent a lot of time wondering if this
That's
was a good
pretty
idea
nice,
or not.
though,
And at the
because-
end of the day, we feel like bringing in players from the start would ensure that we build the best skate game possible.
I would agree
it
to
gives
that.
us the best opportunity to
As
move
a
fast, to try
user
new
research
things, and
UX
to
UI
learn from those
person in
things.
general,
And that's why we're
sometimes
focusing on
if you
gameplay
have
first,
at least
not
the basis
art
of
and
what
not
it is,
visuals. We know
it's
we
nice
need
to
to lend the
have,
foundation of the game and make sure it's solid before we move on to those things. So
100%.
that
the
early
secret sauce is
feedback
the core
in your
toy, is
foundation
the
rather than
mechanics,
later and then
with
try
your
to
help,
fix it
we'll be able to
later.
do that.
Hey, I'm happy to lend a hand.
Yeah, so now that we've been playtesting with small groups of players and our internal teams for about a year, we're ready to extend that invite to the broader skate community. While we can't get everybody into the game this summer, we'll be bringing in more and more players in over the coming months. So please head on over to the Skate website to become a Skate Insider and have a chance to play and help build this game with us. This is something the team at Full Circle is beyond stoked about launching, and we can't wait to see you in the game with us.
What's the most exciting thing about getting players into the game this early?
What? Yeah,
as
I'm
developers? I know
curious
for
about
me,
that.
Week by week, month by month, being hands-on with the playtest and seeing the progression in the game has been astounding. It was my favorite part.
For me personally, it was actually before you guys were hands-on. It was like, the first 6 months, we were just talking. We were just talking about the vision, presenting like our ideas for the game to you guys, and that gave us a ton of confidence. Like as Dan and Izza and Kaz were talking about earlier, there's a lot of big changes. Like this is an evolution of the franchise, and bringing you guys in early and getting your feedback, like, yeah, it is the right way for us to go, meant the world to us, and gave us this confidence that we're going down the right path. So.
What kind of audio are they using?
And for
It's
me,
so
it's
clean
amazing
with
the
how
amount
far
of
away they
feedback that
are.
we get, from what you tell us, but also just from seeing you play the game, we can get to see how you play, where you go, where you fall, how many hard flips you do. So it's been super helpful to see how you explore and interact with our world.
Yeah, I mean, having worked on previous game, the things that gets me excited is introducing new players to this franchise, or just because they missed it the first time around. Skate's always been really unique in my mind, because there is no wrong way to play skate. We never tell you play this way. People find their own styles and ways
it's
to
skate.
play.
There's no right or wrong way to
I believe that
play.
there are a lot of players who haven't experienced this yet, and I'm excited to give them the opportunity to do this.
And to make more skateboarders.
Our player councils have been super helpful, as well as giving us feedback on our core skate mechanics, as well as letting us know what they'd like to see added to the game and what systems need work to get up to the level and the feel that Darren talked about. You know, things like new systems like lip tricks, which we're adding to the game now, or, you know, tweaking our power slide system to feel a lot better.
Something I'm very excited about, and I know the community is also very excited about, is the multiplayer aspect.
Oh
of the
yeah,
game.
always
What is that
the most
gonna
excited about
look like?
multiplayer.
What does that entail?
I mean, skate is always more fun with friends, and that's why we're building much more than a linear single player experience. And you know,
With
we
all
want
the
the
crossplay,
game
yeah.
to reflect skateboarding itself. And you know, skating is more global than it's ever been, and it's really about community. It's about community at the park. Like, you may not know everyone at the skate park when you go skating, but you're trying your trick, and some Grom is like learning to drop in, and everyone's stoked for him. Like, everyone's kind of there having a collective experience,
That's what
and
it's
that's
all
super
about.
special, right? So bringing players together from around the world is really at the heart of everything that we're trying to do, and making it massive multiplayer, you know, allows us to do that. And it's like this huge game changer for us. Like, you've seen it.
100%.
Yeah, one of the features we should probably talk a bit about is what we've seen with players playing with Collab-A-Zone.
Yes, you should talk about it.
Yeah, so
Yes,
Collab-A-Zones,
Brandon's like,
definitely
yes.
one of the coolest things that we see players interact with. There are these wild cooperative building areas where players can let their imagination run wild and make the most insane skatable things together. We've received incredibly positive feedback and see players gravitating towards these areas and spend a lot of time there.
Yeah, in the
Oh,
playtest,
just like
me and my homies
Forge
would
in-
flock
in
to
Halo.
these
I love
Collab-A-Zones.
that.
I mean, they're constantly changing, and personally, I think it's a great new addition to the game.
The Collab zones.
for
I
sure.
like that
we saw
name.
That in their last playtests, a lot of the game time was spent in the Collab-A-Zones. And what was interesting is that this was just with the players finding the Collab-A-Zones by themselves. We're not leading them there or telling them too much about it. So that was pretty cool. We saw that one player was building a huge mega ramp.
That was me.
Invited everyone to come check it, and soon a bunch of other players joined in, started building on top of it, took photos and shared it, and it was super fun to watch.
It does seem
This
super
kind of
fun.
information, just by seeing you play the game, allows us to introduce experiences that are fun to players sooner, adjust designs, and improve tools for creators so they can do more of this for everyone. So we can do all kinds of good stuff with this.
Yeah, and that's just one of the new things. I
Yeah.
mean, there's probably some other things worth
There's
talking
probably
about,
so much for you
some
guys
props.
to
probably talk
touch up
about
upon.
flumping.
Yes, we should.
Yeah.
Flumping.
And then maybe next time.
Are you guys sure
Maybe
that
next-
you don't
oh.
have a release date for us?
Yeah, so, I mean, I could say tomorrow, like Cuz would, but our mantra is, you know, let's not F it up, right? So we're going to take our time and not put any unrealistic expectations on,
That's
you know, when it comes
good.
to a launch date.
Don't
It'll
put
be
those
when it's ready.
unrealistic
I mean, that's the right way to do it.
expectations
But we're
on.
excited to be extending an invite to the skate
Because then when
community to play the
you set a
game in development this
precedence, and
summer
then you have
and
to
in
live up to that
coming months.
that shit.
You heard the man. Go sign up. I mean, I'd love to keep talking, but we got to wrap this up.
Yeah, on behalf of myself and the entire team at Full Circle working on Skate, I want to thank you for giving us your eyes and ears today and being a part of making this game a reality.
You brought us back, and we can't wait to get you in game.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey, thank you guys for touching upon it.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a few of them.
Get him? Nope.
That's funny. Now, I love the way they're going about it. They're still giving us updates. I mean, they didn't give us an update for a while until like the last developer overview and then this developer overview. You get to be part of the experience if you go to their website that they explained in the video, and they have a process that they're doing. It is free to play, but I love how they're not using the microtransaction aspect to make it like pay to win. Pretty much, it's more like what Apex is doing, is like cosmetics and like maybe more ease of use, but you don't have to pay in order to get the certain things. It might take longer, but that's up to you. It's optional. It's not required to unlock certain areas, which is how I think how microtransactions should be if you were to do them at all. There's a lot of great things along with this. I love how early they incorporated players, especially like diehard players in the community, because as a UX UI designer, incorporating user feedback is so important, and the earlier the better, but obviously you want a base fundamental to present to them before receiving that feedback. So I am so excited to see what more they're going to be doing. They're including so much diversity, and they're including so many new instances. I love the zones that the collab zones, which I think are so much fun because it just because people are imaginative and they can come up with anything that they deem would be a lot more fun. Not that the environments that they're building aren't, but like sometimes you just want to build that one big ass crazy ramp. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought about this developer update overview, because I thought it was very well done and they gave us a lot of insight as to what's going to be upcoming, but we don't have a release date yet because they still want to work on it and don't F it up, as they said. But that is all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I highly appreciate your time as always, but please do not forget to subscribe and or follow not only to my YouTube but to my Twitch. You guys know where my YouTube is at, but you can find my Twitch at twitch.tv/thegamedame. Thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.